Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jackie and today I am here for Musicathon Day 6, and for today's video I figured it would be really fun to do a Q&A video. This is something that I have been thinking about doing for like the longest time now, and since I recently celebrated my 2-year channel anniversary back in early May, I figured what better way to celebrate it than to do a Q&A session. So that is what I am here to do today. And before we jump into the questions, I just want to say a very quick thank you to anybody who has been watching my channel over these past couple of years. The support has been great. I haven't regretted joining BookTube one bit. I have loved every single moment of it. So thank you so much to anybody, whether you are brand new to my channel or you have been a long-term subscriber. I truly appreciate it. And also to kind of give back to you guys, I am going to be doing a giveaway at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. But without further ado, I'm going to jump right in and get started with the questions. Question number 1 is, are there any books that you have DNF'd but would like to give another try? There is a couple that come to mind for this question. The first one that I can think of, because I've only ever DNF'd 4 books since I joined BookTube, the first one of those was Cinder by Mercer Ryer. And this one is something that I really was thinking about last year when I read Heartless by the same author, and though I didn't enjoy that book, I think this one has a lot of potential. This is a Cinderella retelling, if I'm remembering correctly, and I think at the time that I read it, it just wasn't the right book for me to be picking up. I wasn't really into science fiction before I joined BookTube, because I read this before I joined BookTube. And this was kind of my newer introduction to science fiction. And the story was pretty good, and I love Marissa Meyer's writing style. I think that my focus on the book was just not there at the time. And I think that's why I ended up DNFing it in the past. I do have a full, I think it's non-spoiler review up on my channel, so I'll link it in the cards for you guys. It is one of my earlier videos, so it is kind of ranty, but if you are interested, like I said, it's going to be linked in the cards for you to go check out. And the other book that I have considered giving a second try after I've DNF'd it is something I've been thinking about for, I would say, 3 or 4 months now, because I've been hearing a lot of buzz around the second and third book in the series, and that is Rebel at the Sands by Alwyn Hamilton. I read this in June of 2016, so it was about 3 months into my channel, and I was extremely harsh on this book when I first DNF'd it. I want to say like 32 pages in before I DNF'd it, and I gave it 1 star. And looking back on it, that is way too harsh of a rating than that author deserved. I think, from what I remember when I first read it, I did really like the writing style. I think my major problem with it was that we jumped right into the plot. We didn't really get any background on the characters, so I think that's why I actually DNF'd it back then. But I've heard so many good things about the rest of the book and the rest of the series that I'm like, maybe I should give this a second try. I think I'm going to listen to it on audio, because I heard the audiobooks are really good. So those are 2 books that I definitely would give another try if I had the chance. The next question is, do you read nonfictions? The answer to that is yes, I do, but it's very rare for me to read nonfictions. I have to be really invested in the topic to read a nonfiction. And that question actually leads into question number 3 is, if yes, what are your favorite topics to read about? There's a few. The main topic that I normally read when I read nonfictions is just usually autobiographies. So I usually read those, but the other topics I'm really interested in reading about are anything to do with space. I've really been to space for quite a number of years. It's something I really enjoy learning about. And the other one is more recent, and that is writing. Ever since I started doing NaNoWriMo last year, when I was writing my own book, I just have been really looking into more tips on how to be a better writer, how to develop your plot, your characters, etc. So those are some of the topics I really enjoy reading about. Question number 4 is, what is your favorite cold beverage on a hot day? It kind of depends for me. If I am just at home, usually it's just ice water or lemonade, But if I'm out and about, like at a restaurant or at the beach, it would probably be like a nice cold Coca-Cola or Diet Coke. Question number 5 and question number 6 actually go together, and that is there any social issues in a novel that you feel is vital to talk about? There's quite a few. The more important topics that I think a lot of people discuss, especially here on BookTube, are the issues surrounding the LGBTQ plus community and, mental health, which I think are very important topics to talk about. I myself have struggled with mental health in the past, especially with depression, and I think that's really important to talk about, whether you're talking about a book or your own personal experiences. Again, I think it's very important to talk about and express your thoughts and maybe what you're going through. Maybe not on camera, but in like maybe some sort of journal or other form of writing. And the thing I think I want to see more represented, kind of going off topic from the main question, but I think it's vital to include in books, is better treatment of people with disabilities. So I am talking about people who maybe are in a wheelchair or suffer from conditions of the brain that aren't more well known. For example, I myself struggle with epilepsy. I would love to see that represented more in books. I also would love to see maybe characters with ADD represented a lot more. I know that's more common these days, which is obviously great to see. And the other one that I would love to see more represented is forms of autism, especially Asperger's syndrome, which is a high-functioning form of autism, and I also happen to have that myself. So those are some things that I would like to see more incorporated into books. I know that's kind of a personal question, but I figured I would just answer it for you guys. And that leads into question number 6, which is also the final question for this Q&A. And if so, what novels do you recommend for the vitality of social issues or any other issues in society for like mental illnesses? So the number 1 book I can recommend pretty much for anything, because it's my favorite book of all time, but especially for people who maybe struggle with depression, is Grey by Pete Wentz. It's my favorite book of all time. It got me through a very hard period in my life when I first read it, so that is definitely one I would recommend. Another book that I have read is one of the few books that I have seen epilepsy representation included in, would be The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee. That has great epilepsy representation in it, and also Children of Eden by Joy Graceffa has epilepsy representation in it. Those are the ones I can think of off the top of my head that have, very good focus on mental health and disabilities, and also aren't extremely triggering or might turn people who suffer from those conditions off. They got me through a lot when I was going through hard times, and I cannot recommend those books enough to you guys. Okay, now before I end the video, it is time to get into the details on the giveaway. So this is going to be open internationally, and it is going to run for 1 week. So today is the 26th of May, and it will end on June 2nd at midnight Eastern Standard Time. And like I said, it's open internationally, and there are only a couple of rules that you need to be doing before you can enter. And number 1 is you must be 18 years or older, or have your parents' permission to enter the giveaway. And number 2 is you must be subscribed to the channel. That's it. That's all you have to do. And what you guys will win if you win the giveaway is that you will win a purchase from Book Depository for $15 or under, any book of your choice. And I will announce the winner in a separate video the next day, and you guys can just contact me through my email or through social media. Again, those are always linked down below for you guys. So that is the giveaway. That is where I'm going to go ahead and end today's video, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to give a big thumbs up and subscribe if you have not already. Normally I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but since it is Music-a-thon this week, I will be posting a single video every single day up until tomorrow, the 27th, so be on the lookout for that. And in the comments down below, let me know if you guys have any other questions that you would like me to answer in a future Q&A session, as I would love to know. And as always, all my social media links are linked down below for you guys if you guys would like me to follow me on any of those. And with all that being said, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you guys tomorrow for Music-a-thon Day 7. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye!